I've just peeled the edge of that tape. I'm going to grab the bottom of it. This is really easy. You have one hand under your matting, the other one on top. It's just as you pull a little bit with your other hand up here, making sure it's all nicely stuck to the insulation boards. Just maintain the visual aspect just to see if it's going still in line with the wall and as you want. But flip this over. That's why it's very important for the floor to be clean, dust-free. Otherwise, this will not stick. Use additional tape. Firstly, just observe the heating cables. Make a cut right there. And you just remove that. You want to sink this in. So whatever comes on top of it, you're not feeling that cable as much as you can. Now, this is flush as much as the rest of the flooring. We will have to do the same with the actual supply cable. Although it's quite flat, it's still about 3 to 4 millimeters, which we also want to just make a smaller channel with a Stanley knife. That's absolutely fine. People at the recycling center, I know they have gloves and so on. They always make a case of, like, I don't know, put adhesive or something on the back of my knife, so if it ends up in a bin, no one can really like cut themselves. So however you're going to grab this now, you're not going to cut your hand, and that's important. Back down. Well, I know the carpet is going on top of it, but if we had tiles and if we could chase this into a tiles, we would definitely do that. But here, we might not need to be so bothered about this because it's so much easier to lift the carpet and put the carpet back down. As I said just now, it is important for the comfort of walking on this, so anything that stands out and bumps out, it's not going to be good. And let me show you what I mean. You can barely see anything that comes out from the edge of the floor. But if we have that, well, that's significantly higher than insulation board. So we might do it without this. Just to make sure the client enjoys walking over it. And if you need to replace that, as I said, lift the carpet, lift the underlay and replace it. They always say it's good to put in between the actual mats. You can do it right there, in between the mats, and the sensor has to be not close to the actual heating element, rather with the equal distance, because if it's like that, obviously it's going to be reading a false temperature. So you can put it right there, just like so. So it will read evenly the temperature from both sides and the whole floor. I'm actually going to install it that way, right there. Nice and flush.